Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. And my screen is really dark right now. Oh, my remote turned itself off. Okay, well, there we go. Weird. Anyway, so last time we left off, and we were in the square. We were just doing all the like random like short story things like that. So I'm gonna go over here and do these ones for. Oh, we can't do those. Oh, because they're locked. Okay, never mind. That's why I skipped them before. No, I didn't even notice the lock thing, but it's weird. So when do we unlock those? You know what though? We can't. I can understand we can't go there. Maybe we can't go there until we're going down Lucas's path. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we'll go here and finish these. Yes. Okay. Okay, so we're asking about this town still. Okay. This town? I like it just fine. What about you? I like it too. Oh, once you get used to the snow, there's nothing really that's too inconvenient. I have one big complaint. I love this town, but I hate all those hawks think they own the place. I do agree with you on that. Yeah, the town would be better if they were gone. Okay. I'm not really sure what we're really learning here, aside from random people's opinions, but... Right. The snow is terrible, but this town is a nice place. There's no troublesome trade because outsiders can't come in. I like seeing only familiar people around. The only problem is that I'm hoping for the wolves and hawks to fight less, but I don't think that's possible. I mean, I like that we at least get these, like, ones, you know? Because those are a little bit longer, because these are, like, far set. I'm thinking this is more like, instead of the mini game, we have these where we're getting points, because maybe this, because you can supposedly buy stuff in the tavern. They said don't do it, but you do that at the end. But I'm assuming that that's what maybe that's what you're using, these town memory these memories. I don't know. About this town? I don't know. I don't particularly like it because of the snow. Being that I'm here already, there's no way I can avoid the snow or the cold weather. Pretty much given up. If possible, I want to leave, but I don't feel like it for some reason. There's a strange charm to this place. Blah, 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 blah. Rabble, rabble, rabble. A lot of these. The Band of the Hawk. Okay. They're all ruthless. They don't care what happens to the others. In fact, the tax amount was decided by the Hawks, despite the efforts of the wolves trying to stop them. That's actually the guy from the beginning, and I'm giving the wrong voice, but I don't give a shit. We're just doing voices. So, with a strict tax collection, many people are suffering. The Hawks all need to be shot down. Damn, that's extreme, buddy. I like the analogy you're using there. Holy fuck. Middle-aged man. About the town? Wolves and Hawks have always been fighting here. He looks angry. My ancestors have always been with the Hawk faction. They had to pick a side or else it would have been dangerous for them. If they sided with one, the other one attacked them for fear of revenge, right? I'm not young anymore. I don't want any trouble. Did I say Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk when we started this, or I'd say Black, but I don't even remember. Sometimes I don't even know what game we're playing. Like, I know what game we're playing, but then I'm like, where? And, wait, what? And, I don't know. Anyways, all of a sudden I was like, did I say Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk? Because I don't even know. Anyway. I can't complain since we're merchants, but if only the wolves and hawks got along better, we wouldn't have to walk on eggshells. Well, even if we don't mind, there are some customers that get into fights when they see each other. It's difficult to deal with. I don't know what to do about it. Say, do you know any good ways? Let me know if you figure something out. Okay, so we've done all those. Let's go over here to the tavern. Antique shop, what's this? Do we have to buy something if we go here? Shit. Looking for something? Oh, cool. Oh, okay, so yeah, town memories. This item unlocks short episodes pertaining to the church, pertaining to the Hawks, pertaining to the wolves. Oh, okay. Please come again. Cool. Neat. So that's how you do the shop. Okay, now we know. But the guide recommended not buying anything until the end of the common route, at least.
Well, it appears to be an ordinary town aside from the snow. The wolves and hawks seem to be at each other's throats, but as a retired peddler on the sidelines, it has nothing to do with me. I'm interested in the reason those two families hate each other so much.
Haha! Now we have enough points to buy something. So you probably have to go through everything and you'll have just 45 points, which is perfect to buy everything. Oh my god, what the fuck is with her boobs? She's got like tiny little straps over her nipples and her boobs are the size of her head. What the fuck, game?
About this town? And the clans get along just fine amongst themselves. But when wolves and hawks gather here, they always get into fights. I guess it can't be helped.
It was not the voice I wanted to give her, but it just fucking happened. Evil looking man. What? I don't have any opinions on the town. Even if I don't like it, I have to live here. What else am I supposed to do? Stop asking me stupid questions. I really wanted to give him like a high-pitched squeaky voice until I saw it was the hoodlum guy, and then I'm like, I can't. We gotta go with kind of the angry voice that we gave him the last time. I was like, really? Just trying here.
The wolves and hawks have this feud going on, but when they're eating meals at my tavern, they're just regular people. The tavern owner grabs them and throws them out when they fight. He yells stuff like, "Don't bring your feud into my tavern." I don't care if it's a couple of drunkards, but it's the right decision to throw them out if it's a feud fueled by nothing but bitterness.
My eye is so itchy. It like burns. Okay. I think we should go here because there's only one long thing here and then there's two over there. So, old lady. All right. This is going to be the entire fucking episode probably because these are long. What's the matter, Francisca?
Spacey, oh well.
Francisca had a serious expression on her face. I wonder what she would say.
Levon banned me from working.
Banned from work?
I had a lot of troubling work piled up, and so I was dealing with it in my room. He yelled at me and told me to rest.
I see. So that's what happened. Francisca was always cheerful and kind in front of me, but she was actually very diligent in her duties. The work of the lady wasn't easily done, so she always tried to deal with it herself. And maybe because she was like that, she always tried to cook when she was no good at it. But that topic was for another time. I think it's about time she let Levon take care of it. There must be something between them with regards to passing the workload. Oh my god, my eyes, because I itched my eye and all the salt on your fingertips got on my eye. Like my eyes even itchy anyway. So, are you off for today?
No, just for half of the day.
Oh, just half. Then why don't you have some tea and relax?
I'd like to, but there's a mountain of paperwork left undone, and it makes me uneasy.
All right, then I'll hide it somewhere you can't see it. I understood how Levon wanted her to rest, and I agreed with him. I checked with Francisca before carefully moving the stack of documents from her desk. I'll put away the pen and ink inside the desk, and this package is... can I just put it on top of your chair?
I don't mind, but...
All that's left is to put this book back in the shelf. All right, now there's nothing left on your desk.
You're right.
Oh, what's wrong?
I didn't think you would be able to clear it all out.
Literally just threw it underneath the desk. I just swept it under the rug. It's just hide.
When you were still living here, I was the one helping you clean. It feels so strange now.
That just means I'm no longer a child. And now you can relax and have some tea, right?
You're right. And then let me go make some now.
She stood up, but I quickly went to stop her. Don't. You're taking a break for half of the day, remember? I'll make the tea for you, so wait right here.
Oh, I suppose. Then if you would be so kind.
Yeah, I'll do my best to prepare it.
That'll be great. And there are some tea cakes on the shelf, too, so let's have some together.
I was going to say, that was relatively short. Oh, never mind. The dark orange color of the tea complemented the white porcelain cups. The tea cakes were lined up neatly on the table. Now, you need to take a breather once in a while. After all, the work of the lady is never ending.
But in turn, I'm free to handle things how I want. And now then, let me take a sip here.
It was like a gong.
It's delicious. Spacey, how long has it been since we drank tea together?
If it was when I lived here, it'd be over 4 years ago. Seriously? Like, her boobs are like fucking ginormous too. Like, what the hell?
4 years may seem like a long time, but I remember it like yesterday.
I'm glad they didn't make us like super busty and like, how the fuck are we hiding those and patting those down? Like, she's like, I don't really have any boobs. I got some boobs, but not a lot of boobs. Thank God. Look, I got a lot of boobs, so I'm not complaining about characters having a lot of boob. I got a lot of boob, but I'm just saying they always have to be like. Maybe that's why they fall off cliffs so easily. And my boobs, I'm unbalanced, and they just fall off cliffs because they got teeny tiny little bodies and like big old boobs and like too much air in their heads. Like, I'm serious. MCs in these games are just kind of fucking awful sometimes. Sometimes they're cute, and sometimes you're like, oh dear God. They all have their, oh dear God, why are you an idiot moments. But so far, I'm liking this Spacey. She's pretty fucking kick-ass. Like, she hasn't had too many moments. You know. The guys are still treating her a little like, oh, little brother. And she's like, oh my God, you're ruffling my hair. What the fuck? But it's also because we're small and petite, because we're a girl. But, like, we're not helpless. I like it. Fucking love it. It's refreshing. But anyway.
4 years may seem like a long time, but I remember it like yesterday.
So.
Are you used to life at the tower?
Yes, I can do all the chores on my own now.
Oh, that's wonderful. When it comes to chores, all I can do is cook.
I had the cakes with my tea, and the sweet flavors danced on my palate. She was like, stuff a cake in my mouth. I told her her cooking was terrible, but I don't think she understood me. It's really sweet and delicious.
It was a gift. I know you rarely eat things like this, so enjoy as much as you like.
I rarely ate any honey or sugar at the tower. They were luxury goods after all. But having an opportunity to eat it like this gave me a slight sense of guilt. It feels like a waste.
What are you talking about? Putting it away without eating it would be even more of a waste.
She's angry. She's got that Usagi pissed face. I love it. She put more in front of me, urging me to eat, so it would be strange if I held back. I decided to simply be grateful for it.
If it weren't for the circumstances, you'd be wearing a beautiful dress while trying all sorts of sweets. And you'd grow out your hair and maybe put on some makeup.
It'd be weird if I did those things.
And that's not true. It would fit you perfectly. And you'd be cute, I'm sure of it.
Not at all. But I'm sure it would be different if I was as beautiful as you.
You just don't realize your own charm. If you dressed up, you would be lovely. Your silky black hair would look wonderful with a dress. Everyone would fall head over heels for you. Yes, I'm sure it would be wonderful. I'd like to see you in that.
I'm fine. I don't want people to find out that I'm a woman.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. But I keep telling you that it's okay to return to being a girl when we're alone.
Thank you. I'm already used to this. Even if you tell me to act like a girl, I wouldn't know what to do.
Oh, that's troubling in its own way.
Francisca smiled at that. I was sure she said that out of kindness, but it made me feel a little ashamed. I do like this because she's grown up pretending to be a boy, so she can act like a boy, and like she's convincing as a boy and nobody knows. As opposed to like, oh, I've always been a girl all 16 years of my life. Let me put on a boy costume and wonder why I can't act like a boy. Because you're not a fucking boy. I mean, like, I couldn't act like a man. If I was put in a man's body, I mean, unless it was a gay man's body, then absolutely, honey, I'd be fabulous. Okay, I could do that. But I can't do a straight guy. Like, there's no way in hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sports and with throwing the pucks down the field. Like, I mean, come on, I know shit. Okay, I used to actually know shit about football with my ex-husband because, like, he liked football and I learned these things. But, like, when you're not in a relationship with someone who cares about sports, you stop caring unless you're really into it. I'm not really into it. I don't care. I don't. I just like how men get so pissed off about sport. It's like, what? It's just a game. Like, God. It's not like a fucking anime, okay? Where, like, you're like, where the hell's the next season? You know? Or like, what? Or in a romantic game like this, like, why can't we just have a man harem? I mean, that's shit to get stressed and angry about. I understand the irony. That's why it's funny. Anyway. I'm sure she said it out of kindness, but it made me feel a little ashamed. I think I should get going now. I still have work to do. Oh, really? You went and hid my documents, so that's rather unfair. I'm not as busy as you are, so I can put them back on your desk. And that's all right. I'll leave it as it is for now, and that way Levant can rest assured too. True, and you can be sure to rest up as well. We laughed together as we headed toward the entrance. Ow! Right when I opened the door, something fell on me from above. Spacey? I looked toward the floor and saw a part of a decoration. It must have fallen off from above the door. Are you okay? Did it hit your head? It grazed me, but I'm fine. I guess this dropped on me. I picked up the piece and handed it over to Francisca. It's an old manor, so maybe it's been weathered down. I'm sorry about that. I could have died, Francisca. It's nothing you should apologize for, and I'm fine too. And do you want me to fix it for you? No, that's all right. Don't you still have work? I'll have someone else do it, so don't you worry, but I could use the money. The maids I saw pass by me earlier seemed busy carrying food around. Well, if Francisca says so. I nodded and left. She waved at me, telling me to come back any time. I feel like that should have been important or something. You know what I mean? Like something fell on my head, but it's not. It's just random. I don't know. That hurt. Now I have a bump here. I fell from pretty high up, so they'd need to get a stool or something to fix it. I came back to the town square, but there was something that was bothering me. Could it be that Francisca is... It was only a guess, but I couldn't deny the possibility. I thought long and hard and eventually decided to go back to the manor. Okay, interesting. My hunch was correct. Maybe a little more, right? Francisca was on a stool, reaching up to fix the decoration. Was she planning on nailing it back on? There was a hammer and nails scattered all over the floor. I was afraid just looking at her. She stood on her toes and looked as if she could fall at any time. Francisca! Screaming at her second up. Oh, you're back! Did you forget something? Right when Francisca turned to look at me, she wobbled and fell through the air. Ah! Watch out! I managed to catch her right before she hit the floor. She landed on me and knocked us both down. Are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm fine. What about you? Before I could finish, Francisca reached for the back of my head. Oh no! You have a big bump on your head! Oh, I think that's where I was grazed earlier. She's heavy. I need her to get off of me. How do you feel? Does it hurt? Yeah, I guess it does hurt in a way. For now, can you... You're hurting? Oh no! I have to get you to a doctor! Francisca, calm down, and I'd appreciate it if you got off me. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. Francisca realized she was sitting on me and quickly moved off. Phew! Why did you try to do this on your own? I thought it would be an easy fix. Everyone was so busy, so I thought I could do it since I was taking a break from my regular duties. Well, what you were doing was a lot harder than it looks. You should be careful. Getting hurt will hamper your duties as lady. You're right about that. God, she is so troublesome. God damn it, bitches be crazy. Please think seriously about what you did here. I will. I never thought I'd live to see the day I'd be scolding Francisca. It would be unthinkable back when I still lived here. I didn't think the day would come where you'd be the one to scold me. It seemed like Francisca had the same thoughts in mind. That just means I'm not a kid anymore. And that's the second time you said that today. You don't need to grow up so quickly. I'll fix this for now. Don't worry, it'll be done really quick. I took the piece from Francisca and positioned it over the wall for now. I placed a nail in the right spot and started hammering it in. In stone? The fuck are you? That's insane. Hey, you are really good. I sometimes get jobs like this. Okay, all done. I fixed it in place and jumped off of the stool to see how it was. From this angle, the nail was hidden under the decoration, so it looked good. What do you think, Francisca? It's perfect. I'd better pay you for your work as a handyman then. That's all right, really. No, this is your job, right? Then you must be paid for your work. I'll take food. Then that means I have to pay you for the tea cakes earlier. That's more than enough for me. Oh, really? And then I'll call you for a job the next time something happens. Sure thing. I can do anything from physical labor to handiwork. You've become so reliable. If you continue on like that, I'll turn into an old woman in no time. I think you'd still look cute even as an old woman. Oh my! You have to be wary of injuries and illnesses so you can live to be a cute old woman. And you have to make sure you don't work too much. Thank you. You've grown up to be such a kind child. It's almost like I wasn't the one who raised you. I'm the way I am because you raised me, Francisca. Oh dear, you're so adorable. Francisca hugged me tightly with a big smile. It was a bit embarrassing, but I felt gratitude toward her. I really do think that, Francisca. Although we weren't related by blood, we had something else. We had another kind of warm connection between us. I was able to see many sides of Francisca today. I hope that we could continue like this from now on. And that was what was on my mind as I was in her arms. Oh. Yes? Oh, I don't know. Favorite foods? Favorite food? I like dishes with meat. If I can have some ale to go with it, all the better. Speaking of which, Levi dislikes meat. It's not proper for a man his age to be such a picky eater. Yeah, I don't have any particular dislikes. I can enjoy most foods, but a mother's cooking is an exception. Interesting that we care about his favorite food. Are we going to need to know this later? That's what we have a guide for. I love his sad face! And then he makes that face, and it's a little scary, but I love sad face. My favorite food? If I had to choose, cheese. Cheese with some nice wine is the best. He's more my type. He's more meat and ale. Wine and cheese, yes. Levon seems to like meat, but I can't take it, you know. I get told to stop being a picky eater, but I can't help it. I love his sad face. It's so fucking cute. I don't know why we asked the boys there. What's your favorite food? How do you feel about the Clan of the Hawk? Well, when you ask me that way, it's difficult for me to say in my position. As for myself, I do hope to get along better with the Hawk clan. It may be difficult to do so right away, but we can nurture that relationship little by little. Lady Francisca works daily so that both clans can come together, but the Hawk clan doesn't seem to have that desire at all. It's not that there are no exchanges between the wolves and the hawks. I pray that Lady Francisca's dream can be achieved one day. If there's anything that troubles you, you should ask the wolf clan for help. Made her sound a little bit older than she looked, but... Okay. Oh. What is the snow thing? So this is obviously... What was this one? Wasn't this one on what's-his-face? The kid? Right? Because, well, no, wait. Oh, that might have been, no, that's Lugus. Because these are Levon and Levi, and this was the mother. And that, yeah, I don't remember. But... I asked around town a little more before returning to the tower. It appeared empty, with Ashen Hawk nowhere in sight. I should get some lunch. I might be able to think better on a full stomach. How should I go about looking for the Kaleidovia? I tried to think while stoking the fireplace. A cinder flickered an orange color. I used a scoop to take a piece into the kitchen stove to start a fire. Maybe I should make soup. I'll make a little bit extra so I can just reheat it for dinner. Before I started cooking, I took a slice of frozen bread and placed it near the fire. And then I chopped up an onion and a carrot into uniform pieces before stir-frying them in the pan. A whole onion and a carrot. Onions are big and carrots are not that big, so, I threw in some fragrant parsley and continued cooking until it started to wilt and poured in some water. You're literally having water vegetables. I'm so sad. As it continued to simmer, I skimmed off the film that formed on the top and let it sit on the stove. And that should do it. In the meanwhile, I checked the food stores to see what was left. We still had plenty of root vegetables, but not much bread. I should also buy some wheat when the prices go down. As for fish, well, I haven't had that in a while. As the vegetables started to lose their shape, I threw in some beets and a little salt and simmered it some more. Usually I'd add some meat or bacon. Unfortunately, my financial situation didn't allow for that. Let's check the bread. Okay, it's much softer now. I would have toasted it, but I was going to eat it with soup, so that wasn't a problem. Right when I took a bowl from the cupboard, my vision went dark. Whoa! I'm assuming this is Ashen Hawk, because it could be Lugus, but okay, we're just going to read it normal. So, eating a feast when the master is absent. You're a hopeless servant, you know that? I'm assuming it's Ashen Hawk. Ashen Hawk? Because I sounded irritated. Oh, it was. I was like, did he put his hand over our eyes? Because I sounded irritated, Ashen Hawk quickly removed his cape from my eyes. I love him. He is such a fucking weirdo. I love him. Hi there. And you're making such an angry face. I keep telling you to stop messing with me while I'm preparing food. Excuse me then. I was attracted to the aroma. I love him. He is fucking insane. Well, I would appreciate it if you showed up earlier. Now I have to do extra work. I took out another slice of the hardened bread and lightly toasted it over the fire in the kitchen stove. The fragrance wafted into the air. I put it into a small basket for the dinner table. The bowls were filled with soup now, completing a humble lunch at the tower. Oh, what a feast this is! No need for sarcasm. You better not complain about how there's no meat in it. No, I'm saying this from the heart. Your cooking always makes every meal a feast. Why, thank you. Then why don't you eat up before it gets cold, master? Gladly. After smiling, Ashen Hawk sat down at the table. The steamy soup and bread had a rich flavor and warmth that hit the spot. Maybe I should have added another pinch of salt. It's plenty good. It really warms me up. Were you out somewhere, Ashen Hawk? Yes, I was flying about these cloudy skies. I'm glad that it won't be snowing. Uh-huh. I'm jealous how you can live so freely. And you appear to be running about restlessly as always. Of course, bread and vegetables don't appear out of thin air. Then let me tell you of a rumor I heard through the grapevine. It's not a happy one, though. What kind of rumor? There have been many strange corpses found around town, usually limited to secluded places. I had heard of this before, and they were the serial murders that Lucas was investigating. Was there another murder? You knew about it? It's not exactly recent news. There have been too many instances altogether. When his face is this way, it's like you can't see his nose. It's like he doesn't have one. That ought to attract attention, but I'm surprised the culprit hasn't been caught yet. Our murderer might be very good at hiding, and they call it the Black Shadow. Maybe because they have no idea what it looks like. The Black Shadow. I tried to remember the murder scene I saw before. Lucas was investigating it and told me what weapon the murderer used. Oh, that's why Lucas is in the... Okay. It's because he were remembering. Serial killer. Serial killer? Were those bloodstains? If you aren't the culprit, then leave. I'll arrest you the next time I see you. Wait, why are you doing this, Lucas? This was used in the crime. Now, this is a knife like a hawk feather. A knife? What about it? I heard that the murder weapon was a knife with the motif of a hawk feather. There was something odd about that, and they said that it's reason to believe the murderer is with the Hawk clan. I see. A hawk feather. But a hawk wouldn't do something obvious. It would just intensify the feud. Ashen Hawk nodded and soaked up some soup with his bread. We stopped talking. I wondered why Ashen Hawk had nothing more to say about it, but I continued eating. You mean drinking your water vegetables? It's literally just water and vegetables. It's sad. I prefer meals that are warm and remain in the heart, rather than needlessly extravagant ones. Huh? It's not good to see only with your eyes. Appearances are not everything. And the darkness in the hearts of people is invisible. It's true that I never cared much about the appearance of my cooking. I always thought the taste and cost were much more important. But that's not the point here. I stared at Ashen Hawk's face as he continued eating like nothing happened. I'm sure what he said had meaning, but when I tried to remember what I knew of the incident, I just got even more confused. So it's not the doing of a hawk. There's a chance they're deliberately leading people into thinking that way. Committing murders in this tightly knit town is just asking to be caught. The darkness in human hearts. Ashen Hawk laughed from across the table. Spacey, your soup is getting cold. Whose fault do you think that is? We shouldn't have talked about this over a meal anyway. May I have the soup for tonight, too? He was the one who started this, so it was somewhat annoying. He had finished the soup and, of course, the bread basket. I did make some extra. And then I'll look forward to it for dinner. It's always fun to watch the time pass when you have a great cook. I'm not a cook. I'm not a cook! I was thinking she was thinking that in her head. I pouted a little while clearing the table. I finished cleaning up and got ready to go out. I saw Ashen Hawk sitting down to read a book. He also moved the fire back to the living room from the kitchen stove, and it was glowing brightly. Are you going out again? How about staying at home and taking it easy with a book once in a while? Ashen Hawk, you just want an excuse to sit down. I have work to do. Oh, that's too bad. I found some text that you might be interested in. Huh? What is it? Here, this. Her shocked face is like way too overdramatic. It's like ridiculous. When you have mashed potatoes accompanying sliced meat casserole, it brings out an indescribable taste. Is it fucking cook? It doesn't say that at all. But I do. That's odd. Don't give me that. You just want to eat meat. It's like how you tend to drink more wine when you have food with a savory sauce. If you want to complain, then go make enough money so that you can buy meat and bread. I would if I could, but as a ghost, grabbing onto currency is harder than tying a ring around a cat's neck. He literally is a ghost, though. It's like he knows what he is. I guess you're right that getting someone lazy to work is harder than trying to tame a cat. That's a clever comeback. If you don't have anything else to say, I'll be going now. I'm on a search for something, so I don't have any time to waste. Going on a search is fine and everything, but be wary of walking around in secluded places. There are rather dastardly deeds afoot. I think I know which places are dangerous, so you don't have to worry. And never be overconfident, Spacey. Ashen Hawk's voice was slightly tense as I turned around to look at him. But when I did that, he returned it with a gentle smile. And no matter what clothes you wear, you are still a woman. It doesn't hurt to be careful. I was at a loss for words at that sudden warning. I didn't know how to respond when he treated me like a woman. Just don't make me worry about you too much. I can't live on without you. I like, Darling! That feels oddly accurate. The tower does need a cook and a servant after all. Look, he's like, I can't live without you, and he looks all sad and bashful. I love it. And that's right. And you should return before the fog gets any thicker. Fine, I'll be careful. Good girl. Ashen Hawk always said things that flustered me. But when he worries for me so seriously because I'm a woman, I feel my ears grow flushed. I didn't think it was too big a deal. Spacey, do you want to warm up next to me before you go? Yes. No, thanks. I'll be going now. Take care. I hated how he seemed to be able to read my mind. I decided to just go. She does. I do. I want to curl up next to you like a cat. It's cold. The moment I took a step outside the tower, I felt discouraged. How nice it would be if I could just read a book by the stove. Now, if I start saying that, I'll be no different from Ashen Hawk. He was lazy and hated any kind of work. If I didn't take care of him, he wouldn't even be able to live. He said so himself, so it really had to be that bad. But if I have to say it, he is kind. I thought about it. If he were nothing but a drag, I would hesitate to associate with him at all. Whenever I returned from the biting cold in the darkness, seeing his usual smile lessened the shivering of my body just a little. Without even knowing it, I'd already forgotten the cold and continued down the path toward town. Sure. Haha. Going back and forth between the tower and the town is tiring. Walking through the snowy forest took a lot of energy, but I had a reason to go back, so there was nothing I could do about it. I wonder if Ashen Hawk is here. I lightly brushed off the snow, shifting the weight of my bag as I opened the door. What? Upon entering, a surprised yell escaped me. There were down feathers in piles here and there on the floor. Why are there feathers here? Did a chicken wander in here or something? In the snow? That's a funny joke if I ever heard one. Anyway. Why do you think? I placed my bag to the side of the kitchen and took out a broom from the closet to clean up the feathers. And they started at the entrance of the tower and continued to the kitchen, onto the windowsill, the fireplace, and trailed toward the chairs. Ashen Hawk shedding. And the one sitting on a chair was Ashen Hawk, lazily staring at a glass bottle. The culprit is too obvious. Is he literally a bird? While gripping the broom tightly, I swept the floor. And when I got to the chair, I shouted, Ashen Hawk! After all this cleaning, Ashen responded as if he just noticed me. Oh, welcome home. You're back early today. I'm not done working. I was given lots of food as compensation, so I wanted to leave some here. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant. Why the rush? Allow me to make you some tea so you can calm down. You're gonna make me brew the tea, aren't you? I'm the only one who knows where the tea leaves are. Grr. It was the usual exchange, but I didn't want to hear it in this situation. Just do something about all these feathers. Feathers? As if he just noticed them, he plucked one of the feathers off the floor. I cleaned up most of them, but there were still some here and there. I didn't notice. I suppose it's that time of the year for shedding. Shedding? I'll have you know that we can't keep a bird here. And there's no space, and feeding them costs money. So where's the bird? It's him. That's not it. I was out today in the form of a bird. The feathers were stuck on my clothes. Huh? I was speechless. He sometimes said that he would shapeshift into a bird or a cat before going out. I wouldn't be surprised if he could. If he were some grand wizard, that would be possible. Although all of that was self-proclaimed. Wouldn't it be funny? Then where did you go in that form? I can't quite remember. It seems that my memories of long past have been lost. He said that so brazenly. Whenever things became inconvenient for him, Ashen Hawk always said he had amnesia or was a ghost. Whatever. I'll clean up, so can you move out of the way? I gathered up all the feathers and brushed them to a corner of the room. There's some cat hair mixed in with the dust, making it even worse. He's fucking adorable. I love him. Come on, move out of the way! I swept under the chair Ashenhawk was sitting on. He lifted up his feet with a troubled look and then escaped to the shelves. It seems as though the master of this place is being chased out. Please follow the directions of the staff, at least during cleaning. I finished cleaning around the desk and went to the windowsill. After finishing there, I went along the walls. I get the feeling you're chasing me around. I'm just cleaning in order. I'm doing the shelves next. Uh-oh. There's a big piece of trash there. I better sweep it all up. We're such a dick to him. I love it. I get the feeling that you're treating the trash more nicely than me. And that's just you. At last, I was able to sweep it all outside the tower. Phew, much better now. Satisfied after finishing up, I closed the door before the cold air came in and looked around the room. Now let's see what to do next. Is there more? Ashen Hawk had sought refuge near the windowsill and raised his brow. I slipped by him and opened the window. I cleaned the place so it's better to get some fresh air. Well, it seems like my cleaning servant wants to turn the inside of the tower into winter, too. I'm not your cleaning servant. I said I'm just getting fresh air. And then I suppose it can't be helped. I didn't know what he meant by that, but he went straight to the bed. He then jumped onto it and rolled around. It was still the middle of the day. What are you doing? Care to join me? I'm asking what you're doing. I wanted to get into bed before I froze. Aren't you embarrassed about rolling up in your blankets while the sun's still up? Don't you think it's a waste to use something so comfortable only at night? You may say that, but you sleep all day, all the time. If the bed could talk, I bet it would plead to have some time alone. Oh, really? Well, I better teach it to appreciate a person's warmth then. What are you talking about? Just get up! Ashen Hawk appeared bent on sleeping, so I tore the sheets away from him. I love how we antagonize him and he's just like, I just want to curl up in a ball. Do you want to come to bed with me? I fucking love him. I love the fucking weirdos. Oh my god, he's such a fucking little weird ball. I don't even know. Oh my god, he's crazy. If I didn't do that, he would just hang around lazily all day. Spacey, I'm enjoying a very important date right now. I should wash the sheets too. It'll help me sleep at night. I'm an important date right now. And you say that in quotes. Gross, I'm right here. Encounters are all about timing. If you miss out on this timing, a precious moment will be lost. Don't make up some grandiose excuse just to sleep in. Oh, brother, you really are so... I thought I heard him speak in a restless tone, but suddenly my vision went dark. Is he covering our face again? I see you really want my attention. How did you come to that conclusion? Before I realized it, Ashen Hawk had dragged me into the bed with him. Hey! And now let's get in together before we freeze from the cold. I never said I was cold. And then perhaps you were lonely. When you told me not to stay in bed, you were just craving attention, weren't you? I never said that! I tried to get out, but he was holding me down with the blanket. Oh my, your cheeks are flushed. And did you catch a cold? He's doing this on purpose. I could feel Ashen Hawk's breath on me, and his long hair tickled my cheek. This felt embarrassing no matter how much I resisted. Stop this! If someone sees us, it'll look terrible. Oh, really? I think it would look heartwarming. You're the only one that would think that. If someone else sees us, they'll get mad, wondering if we did this every day. Every day? I wouldn't know about that, because I have no memories. There he goes again, changing the subject. Also, if he had no memories of anything, he would remember her. You know what I mean? I looked at Ashenhawk's face. His eyes were fixed elsewhere. His blank stare made me feel like I shouldn't brush off his comment about not having memories. But this situation is different. Can you move, Ashen Hawk? I said that angrily because I knew it would not stop otherwise. Ashen Hawk started patting my hair with a troubled look on his face. Oh, I thought it was a nice suggestion for rare occasions. And don't you think you'd sleep better with human contact? Don't go to sleep in the middle of the day to begin with. And then it's all right at night. You can go to sleep, but you're sleeping alone. And you know I'm a woman, so it just makes you that much more of a bastard. It's awesome. That's why I want to snuggle with you. True, it's ungentlemanly of me to drag a lady into bed. He finally released me from the bed. There's like all these games are like all these gentlemen like, oh, it would be so ungentlemanly of me to do this. What the where are you? Like, that's why you have to write games like this, because it doesn't exist. There's nobody like this in real life. I shut the window before he could come up with another excuse. By the way, what were you looking at earlier? I glanced at the bottle on the desk, shining in the light. Oh, this? It's always been here. There's nothing inside, but the color of the bottle is pretty. Yes, I don't know why, but I wanted to shine it under a light. The pale blue color was beautiful, but the bottle was empty. I had wondered what the point was of looking at an empty bottle, but the glittering sight of it was mesmerizing. So where did you get it? I don't remember. I knew he would say that. I started lecturing Ashen Hawk for his behavior. If you have time to stare at the things in the tower, you should at least do a little cleaning. It's no wonder you didn't notice all those feathers on the floor. It's true that I never minded it. Also, don't climb into bed during the day. You're a grown man, so act like it. And who in their right mind would drag someone into bed to gloss over that fact? I have work to do, you know. She's so angry. The kind of work that would vanish if you took a little break is not that important of a job in the first place. I don't want to hear that from someone who doesn't work. It's true. And you're quite strict today. And you don't give any leeway to the ghosts who wander this tower. The ghost who wanders this tower. And that. What? That too, master. You always bring up how you're a ghost or have amnesia to avoid talking about it. Even if you don't have your memories, you can still clean. And then I'll try to do so starting tomorrow. He said that as he climbed back into bed, so I rushed over to take his blanket away. You're going to say you forgot about it tomorrow. I'm going to wash the sheets, so get out of bed. Do I have to? He replied with a saddened face. Why was he so fixated on the bed? Unbelievable. Just on his appearance alone, he looked like some sort of aristocrat. But on the inside, Ashen Hawk was older, but Levon and Levi were much more mature. And that you leave me no choice. I shall borrow your blankets. What are you talking about? I'm not lending them to you. Really, just unbelievable. I love him so much. He's fucking amazing. I think he's like one of the best things in this game so far. He's such a fucking, literally a fucking character. Servants. You seem to ask strange things. But that is correct. I do have a diligent servant that works daily. The servant is quite diligent, but has a tendency to overwork. I would appreciate it if I was not forced to worry so much. As a ghost that doesn't know how to deal with frozen bread, I cannot live alone. Does this answer satisfy you? I mean, he really is a ghost if you think about it. We're all ghosts. Okay. West Alley. Okay, so who's this character? So that's Ashen Hawk. I don't know who the snowflake is. That's Ashen Hawk. Those are Levi. That's well, that was Lucas. Right? It can't be Francisca. I don't know who it is. Interesting. Well, let's just go. Before we do chapter 2. The sky was cloudy as usual, but it was relatively warm, making it easy to walk around. And that's what I was thinking when I felt a sudden bump from behind. Get out of the way! That's not very nice. You're the one who bumped into me. Oh, it's you. I thought there was someone slow in front of me. Oh, it's Elric. Okay. At this rate, he was going to anger the wrong person and get into trouble. I thought about teaching him a lesson, but Elric just glanced around restlessly. Looking for something? No. Then what? Are you being chased again? I'd never screw up like that. Have you seen Rabbit? Rabbit? Now that he mentioned it, Rabbit wasn't with him. Is she gone? Yeah, I haven't seen Rabbit all morning. I thought she'd come back eventually. He started glancing around again, looking to see if Rabbit was anywhere. If you're so worried, I'll help you look. I'm not worried. He's never honest with himself. It was written all over his face that he was worried. He's never honest with himself, and that's what makes him a kind of a douchebag in the first game. It's not for you. I just don't want Rabbit to be lost. There's no way Rabbit's lost. Rabbit's a smart one. I see. Then maybe she's out on a walk. I'll call you over if I see her. Then I'll go back to the church for now. Elric looked dissatisfied, but regardless, we part ways so that I can begin my search around town. Let's start with the town square. I wanted to start from the center of town, and upon arriving, the first thing that crossed my mind was that she was probably not here. I doubt Rabbit would come to such a crowded place. Maybe with Elric. But there might be information here. Someone could have seen Rabbit, so I looked around for someone I knew. Luckily, the usual 3 vigilantes were loitering around. Hey, Spacey! Hi, are you guys working? We want to. Have you seen Levi? Levi? No, I haven't. Is he late? He's not late yet, but he's been almost late a lot recently. Maybe he's been drinking too much. Or rather... The 3 of them looked at each other and grinned. What? Maybe he's got a woman. What? Levi? I tried to look back on how Levi had been acting recently, but I doubted there had been any changes that hinted at that. Have you seen him walking with anyone? No, it's just a guess for now. But if he's got a woman, it would make sense that he'd oversleep. I perked up at the sound of that. You mean like he doesn't go home until the next morning? Yeah, that. He's always looking sleepy during work, too. Oh god, Levi, you're not the one murdering people, are you? But Levi never was a morning person. Yeah, you're right about that. He does oversleep often, but he'd never let it affect his work. Maybe that's how beautiful the woman is. Like maybe she's someone he can only meet with at night. It's what they call an illicit love affair. Sounds nice. Maybe she's someone Francisco wouldn't approve of. Or would disapprove of. I doubt she'd be against anyone. She'd probably cook dinner and welcome her. No way. To be with the wolves, she'd have to be someone of high standing. Levon's really popular with the ladies, but he's never seen with anyone special. With any special someone. Right, Levon's... Well, I've never seen Francisca say anything about that. Maybe she's letting them decide for themselves. I get it. So there's nothing like arranged marriages for them. Or maybe he's having a different girl each night. No, well, if he's doing that, tell me. I don't think that's very befitting of the son of wolves. Oh, I really never heard anything about that. Levon's a real gentleman. If you become a gentleman, can't you have all the girls you want? I think you get no girls because you think that way. Wow, that hurts. Damn it, we're already worlds apart in the looks department. You're ambitious for even comparing yourself to Levon. We ended up talking about Levon instead of Levi. Oh, you're right. How'd that happen? I bet he would screw something up the moment he gets a girlfriend. Oh, I guess that's what sort of makes him approachable. Right? He talks to us like we're friends, and he's a bad liar, too. But Levon would hide his lover from beginning to end, since he's real proper with work. I think he's the same with women, too. Like, one of these days, he'll announce that he's getting married. And she'd be super beautiful. Damn it, I'm getting jealous now. There was like saying this, and it's like, oh my god, it's gonna be me! Oh, don't make me jealous of this myself. Yeah, I like how honest you are. For now, let's see our role model as Levon. Let's do our best, Spacey. What? Me too? Don't drag others into this, man. By the way, Spacey, what's your type? I'd prefer someone that's white all over and has big eyes. Okay, that's pretty standard. And has a cute cry. Cry? You got real mature tastes. And actually quick on their feet. Feet? I'm looking for a rabbit like that. Have you seen one? They're like, look, nope, I haven't seen one. If I see a rabbit like that, I'll call for you. Yes, please. I'm gonna go elsewhere to look. Give Levi my regards. Yeah, and give my regards to that rabbit, too. Thanks! Yeah, I think he should just stay that way. Fucking hilarious. I still can't find Rabbit, despite looking all over. As I looked around town, I arrived at the Hawk Manor. It's not that I'm not allowed to come here, but being a member of the Wolf faction, it's not natural for me to be here. I should go back to the church. Maybe Elric might be back already. Right when I turned back toward the church, I overheard a conversation among the Hawk Alliance. Huh. And who's cleaning up? Master Lucas, of course. But don't tell him that. How could I? He really brings a lot of trouble onto himself. Although he doesn't let it show, maybe he's very dissatisfied. That's why there were talks about getting him a woman. Some people mellow out once they have one. It's kind of like the game's like, alright, so here you go. You're gonna have to just be a woman for somebody soon. Whoa, game. Like, hey, watch it. Who knows what would happen if Master Lucas heard you? And the same goes with Miss T. She really intends on keeping everyone away until someone of Master Lucas's caliber shows up. Ew, that's your brother. I'm sure having a sister that's so clingy is trouble for a man. Has there been any arrangements for Miss T? Huh. Don't tell me. Huh? No. I was just worried for her. If you lay a finger on her, Master Lucas would definitely kill you. I said I wasn't. People talk about that stuff too. I ended up eavesdropping, but hearing conversations like this made me feel that the wolves and hawks weren't much different. But I don't want to do the collections in the afternoon. Can't I just skip out? Come on, you need to do your job. I know, but there's been so much depressing work recently. After hearing that, I decided to leave the manor. And given that they're all so similar, the wolves and the hawks seem to have potential to get along. If only it were that easy. Told you this whole part was going to be this shit. After looking around town, I returned to the church. It's nice, a nice little break. It's fun, but it's like it was a lot to do. Elric must be out searching still, as I didn't see him anywhere. But in his place... Poop! Rabbit, there you are! I was looking all over for you! Poop! Oh, I wasn't blaming you for anything. Elric is worried about you and is probably still out looking. Poop! Okay, let's leave a message with Lawrence and go out to find him. Poop! Yeah, Rabbit's cute. Her eyes are big, her cries are cute, and she's quick on her feet. If you were a human, I'm sure you'd be popular. I picked her up and turned around. I was searching for Rabbit for a long time, but I was able to hear interesting talks in the meantime. I think this is nice once in a while. After greeting Lawrence, we left the church to look for Elric. I mean, we don't really need to save right now because we're going to save in like a few minutes anyway. When we get into chapter 2, probably. Oh, right, we were doing this one. Now, this town. I don't know about this town much, but the neighbors are getting along just fine. We always chat up a storm without knowing. Oh, but have you heard about the Black Shadow? There's supposed to be some scary murderer going around. That's really dangerous. It's not that big of a town, so I'm hoping the vigilantes or someone else will catch the guy. Why do I feel like it's not Spacey that's going around asking all these questions? Because, you know what I mean? Because, like, when we were talking to Ashen, he's like, yes, I have a servant, blah, blah, blah. So, like, why would that be us? Why would he be talking to us about us? It's weird. They're so arrogant and violent. The wolves would never try to solve things by force. Their young members always start fights. When it gets bad, some of them die.
but the wolves and hawks have been opposing each other for such a long time in this town. I guess that's just how it is.
What, bird? Stop! You shrieking? All right, so chapter 2. Bird. It's the only thing because we can't do those ones. Oh wait, did Hawk Manor unlock? Fuck. Hold on. We can go back to the flowchart. I think we can go back. I think it'll be fine. Yes, it did. Fuck! Okay. We'll go back and do these, and then we'll go back to the episode. Favorite... Why are we asking... I love how we're asking our boys our favorite foods. Why do you ask? There's nothing worth mentioning. But I'm not fond of sweets. Sounds exactly like the blue guy. What the fuck was his name? Why can't I remember his name? He didn't like sweets either, right? Interesting. Clan of the Wolf. The masses must be suppressed with force. But the wolves disagree with that method. They've always been far too naive. He sounds like whatever. I'm not worried about his voice. The clan is of no importance to the Hawks. I can't get really deep. My voice hurts right now, so like... Why do we care about her favorite foods? She's fucking adorable, though.
My favorite food? I love biscuits with sweet honey, and they're so sweet and delicious. If there's an opportunity, how about you try one? I'm sure you would feel so happy tasting one of those.
She looks devilish, but she's cute as shit. About this town? I serve the Hawk clan, so there's nothing I can say. However, I do not think my feelings toward this town and yours are very different. Interesting. It's not the voice I would normally have given him, but I'm trying to make things different.
I serve the Hawk clan. If I had the time to think of the wolves, I would rather contribute more to my masters of the Hawk clan. There's no point in thinking about those barbaric wolves.
All right, that was that. Okay, so now we've done everything that we can do. Now we can go to chapter 2. Okay. I went around town for the next few days, but I couldn't find any particular clues that would help me. Actually, honestly, we shouldn't even read this. We should start here, like, in the next part, because it's already over, and I might have a feeling this is going to be long. So you know what? I'm going to read that line again in the next part. We're going to stop here. So I told you this was going to be this entire part, but anyway. Yeah, I don't think you can hear any base game music, can you? I'm going to have to look at them, because I was literally, I'm like, I can hear it, but you can't see anything. I turned it down so it wouldn't be too loud, but it looks like it's almost like there's nothing. That's weird. Anyway, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.